This is episode 48. I am so happy that you're here and thank you for joining my show, your coach, Helen Yuskovic. I am on a worldwide mission to help people get confident in putting themselves first because I used to put myself second my whole life. And because of that, I experienced every unhealthy relationship possible. An unhealthy relationship with myself, my health, my wealth, my intimate relationships, my family, my friends, and my career. I'm now living in an abundance that I used to just dream about. So I want to pave the way for you too. It's time, guys. It's time that you live in the life of your dreams as well. So let's take a step towards that right now. P.S. Subscribe to my podcast on your app now so that you always tune in to my new episodes. Okay, here we go. Welcome to another episode here with me and the beautiful Amanda. Amanda is this super inspiring, magical unicorn sort of being that I got to meet at one of my workplaces, and we've just stayed in touch again through social media, like most of my friends. And as you can see in the background there, or for those of you that are watching the video, she's somewhere exciting. So Amanda, can you tell us where you are at the moment and what you're sitting in?
Well, firstly, I just want to say thank you so much for having me on. Anyone who meets Helen knows how beautiful she is, and she just connects and helps people in so many ways, and she always gives so much more than really she should, because she's just amazing. You're so beautiful. So thank you for reaching out. It's always good to connect with like-minded people. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you are welcome. Thank you for the introduction. So yes, I am in a van at the moment. I have started my travels around Australia. We started in November, and I'm on the road working and traveling and experiencing Australia. So it's been an awesome opportunity. And yeah, I'm very, very grateful.
That's so cool that you just do that. And this is what I mean by she's such a unicorn being. She just does all this amazing sort of stuff. Now, I'm going to get Amanda to actually tell you a little bit about herself. She's wearing a blessed shirt. I am blessed. And it's the color green. And let me just start with, can you give us a little brief history of who you are, what you do, and how you got to where you are?
Okay, all right. So I'm a mum of two, and my journey to this point has been, it's been a long journey. It's been a difficult journey. I think anyone who kind of gets to a point in their life where they're like, there's just got to be more to life, like just more than the 9 to 5, get up, is the worst movie I've ever seen. I don't want my life to be like that. I saw that movie and I was like, that is not for me. So I guess it started when I began to question myself and what is it that I want, what is important to me, and what is my purpose in life. And when you start to question yourself about these things, it takes you on a journey that is very difficult at times, but also very rewarding. It's kind of like you're not a sheep anymore. You just don't want to follow what everyone else is doing. You've woken up to, there's something more inside of you that you want to contribute to the world, and then you start on that journey. So I'm a baker by trade, and don't get me wrong, I love being a baker. I loved it. But I found out I was a celiac, and, at that point in time, I had, a lot of things going on with me emotionally because I was a celiac. I was going up and down in my moods, and I wasn't aware that I had this disease, and I was going through, family stuff and personal stuff. And it led me to more of a spiritual path in which I found colour therapy. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But yeah, it's led me to a life that I love and something that I'm enjoying doing and giving back to everybody.
Yeah, and she now has her own business called Little Tum Tum. When did that start? Was that 2 years ago?
So it's actually The whole idea and concept started about 8 years ago. After I completed the colour therapy course, which I studied at Nature Care College, I then became a mum, and I wanted to share the magical world of colour with my child, and I wanted to allow others to be able to do that with theirs, because we just take for granted sometimes colour and the effect that it can have, and the magical purpose and healing benefits that it can have on us, and it can make us feel. And by my learning, I wanted to pass that on to others and allow them to have that connection as well.
Wow. So that's what inspired you to start this business?
Yes.
So let's talk about colour therapy and what it is, because I remember when we were working together, you said you should have a session. And I was like, sure, because I'm one of those open people and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And then we're having a session. She opens this box and there's 5 million colours in there, vials. And I was like, wow, what is this? And it was I've actually still got my bottle, which you made me use. So what is colour therapy?
Okay, so I have them with me today. So I'm just going to bring them up so people can see what we're kind of talking about, because it makes it hard.
Yes, those are the colours that I saw.
They're the bottles. Mm-hmm. I'll just close it so I can have more of a chat to you. But what it's a non-intrusive, self-selective process by which it gives you the opportunity to look at yourself on a deeper level. By having a session, it can enhance your mood. It can bring balance to the mind, the body, the emotions. It's connected with the chakra system. This is how I explain it. If you were to look at yourself every day in the mirror, which most people do to get ready, it's like a 5-second job. You're just looking on a surface level. Mm-hmm. Colour therapy gives you the opportunity to look deep down inside. And I guess you do have to be open to it, because if you're not, it can be a little bit of not a scary experience, but it just means that you need to be vulnerable. And being vulnerable sometimes means that you have to stop. You have to look deep inside yourself. You have to stop blaming other people. You have to take responsibility for you and for who you are. And, there are some things that we don't like about them ourselves and other things that we do. So it also allows us to, through forgiveness, to heal certain parts of our chakras through colour, and allows us to bring balance into our lives. And it just gently gives you the opportunity to take time out for yourself every day. And when you use a bottle, that's when the magic happens. The application of the bottle is that when you put it on your specific chakra and you say your affirmation, that's where the magic lies. So I'll just go back a little bit, because you're like, well, how do you choose a bottle, right? The session includes you selecting 4 bottles. And this is why I like it, because it's you looking at yourself on a deeper level, not me. So you select your bottles, and through that, because I've studied colour therapy, I can relay to you what those colours mean for you on many different levels, because colour therapy is connected with the tarot. It is connected with numerology, is connected with astrology. It's got many, many, many different layers. And what is made up in those bottles is crystal energy, herb and bushflower essences, essential oils, and equal parts water and oil. They're the greatest carriers of intent. So when you when you apply it and you say your affirmation, you're really healing yourself gently from the inside out. Because some people will say, I don't know, why do I feel this way all the time? Why every time does this happen? Am I triggered in an emotional way that I really shouldn't have this reaction? I can't control it, and I don't want to have that anymore. I want to find peace within myself. Well, there's something there in the chakra system where an experience has happened. You've held on to that emotion, and then it's stuck there in your body. So by the application, it allows healing through the affirmation, through the intention, and through the power of light and color to heal that. So that's why I love it so much. It's not like you just do a consultation and you walk away without doing anything. You know, you're making that time for yourself every day to use the bottle, to see your energy, and to take time for yourself, to hear yourself from the inside out.
Yeah, and you're speaking to yourself in such a positive way as well with that affirmation, and that repetition for someone like me who does NLP is really, really important for your healing, for your mindset, and for your growth. So I'm so glad that I've got mine still. I remember mine was something about speaking my truth back then.
And look what you're doing.
Ta-da! It's so good. How important are colors in everyday life? Like, one of my favorite colors to wear is black.
That's okay. If your favorite color is black, in color therapy, we don't have black. We have magenta, which is the closest thing to black, right? But black absorbs all color. So all color is in black. So it's pretty much like you're wearing the rainbow, I guess, because it's the absorption of all color. Black can make you feel a certain way. And aside from that, color is so important in your everyday life. Your bedroom, your sheets that you have on your bed, the foods that you eat, your child's room. You know, why do kids want to go to the same clothes all the time? They want to just wear the same dress or the same shorts or the same shirt. Why? Because it makes them feel a certain way. And color is all linked to emotion. So when you're having a down day, what color do you go to that makes you feel good? Do you like to be out in nature? You know, do you like surrounding yourself with the greens? Do you like being by the sea, because blue and turquoise is the color that calms you? You know, what colors, have a think about what colors you're attracted to, and also what colors you're not attracted to, because that also gives you an indication, why don't you like that color? So I'll give you an example. I particularly don't like red, nor was I ever a fan of pink when I was growing up. I just don't like pink. And the more I got into color therapy, pink is all about self-love. Now, I struggled with that for a very long time. And what I did is I told myself every day, even if I didn't believe it until I did believe it, that I love myself. So NLP and that positive, I just told myself every day, I faked it till I made it. I looked at myself in the mirror, it was hard as it was, and I told myself that. And then I used other therapies like color therapy.
How old were you when you discovered the pink thing?
I was probably around 25. I didn't realize the power of positive self-talk, and I didn't realize how negative I was talking to myself, probably up until maybe like 5 years ago. But when I started color therapy, I did realize when I was probably about 23, so maybe 10, 12 years ago, 15, I can't even remember. But I realized that I wasn't a pink person, and I didn't like red, because red is stop, right? Red is saying no. I was a yes person. So I was like, okay, I get it. I'm finding out who I am as a person. I'm realizing that I need to empower that red energy to say no sometimes, to give back and say yes to myself. It's really hard for people who say yes to say no, because you're afraid you're not going to be liked, or, you know,
people pleasing.
Yeah. And then under all of that, red is like hidden anger and frustration. And, you know, I needed to deal with that on my own personal level. I needed to deal with that hidden anger and frustration, because on the outside, I was never showing that. But I needed to dive deep down and go, okay, what is it that I need to deal with? And now I don't mind wearing the color red or the color pink.
That's so amazing. So I'm wearing pink today. Does that mean I'm full of self-love?
Because you're all about self-love.
Actually, look at my shirt. My shirt says self-care today.
See?
That's so funny. Oh, Amanda, it's time for your first curveball. Are you ready to play?
Okay.
What is something that most people don't know about you?
I am addicted to peanut M&Ms.
I love those ones.
I'm just like,
They actually used to be my favorite too, more so than the chocolate M&Ms. That's hilarious. I haven't had those in ages. All right, color. I love talking about this stuff with you. What we sort of spoke about this, but about Little Tum Tum, your business. What is the mission for your business, and how did you involve color therapy into your products, and what products are you currently have on offer?
okay. So firstly, I start off with the energy huggers. Now, people ask me what are energy huggers. Oh, they are onesies, but I wanted to call them energy huggers. Why? Because I paired color with great intention and positive language. And I created these energy huggers in which you wrap your little one up in it. So when you are dressing your baby, they may be feeling a little bit upset during the day, or, they're just a bit, they're going to sleep at night maybe. And so I paired, say, for example, I am peace. We all know that I am is so powerful. I am is you, like it's literally saying it is what you are. So I am peace with the color blue. And what you're doing is when you're putting that on your baby, you're really putting that intention of peace and the meaning that comes with the color blue. So with each item that I've made, I always give you the color meaning of that product.
So every time you give or someone purchases something off your site, mind you, I think most of your products are for children, right?
Yeah, so most of the products are for kids. I've just come up with the energy tea. So I've got energy huggers, energy t-shirts. It's all about intention when it comes down to it. What are you intending for the day? In your clothing, what are you saying about yourself? How do you want to feel? And so I wanted to create that first for children, and then adults wanted to wear them. So I have a line. I have the t-shirts in adult sizes to purchase, and we're developing a lot more in the background. And then I've got my grateful towels, which are for the little ones. They're super colorful and bright, and that's just encouraging our kids to be grateful. The mission for my business is to, empower our children to not take life for granted, to be thankful for what they have, to understand compassion, to have forgiveness, to live a life with intention where they are grateful for already what they have, because with gratitude, life becomes so much more easier, even on the shitty days.
Yeah.
And if we can teach that to our children at a younger age, I wish I learned that when I was younger.
Yeah.
I wish I understood the power of gratitude. I'm only learning it now. And I think the more gratitude that, our children can have, the more compassion that they can have for others and the world.
It's time for your second curveball. What is one of your favorite self-care tips?
A nice cup of tea. I love just being able to put on my headphones and going into a Zen place. I love a good cup of tea.
Me too. Beautiful. Amanda on her socials sometimes puts her little kids up there, and one thing that I liked was when you would ask Autumn, her daughter's name is Autumn, what she's grateful for today. And you'd ask your kids, what are they grateful for today? And it makes my heart just melt when they speak and they just know what they're grateful for. I love that.
It's a good way to start the day.
Yeah, definitely. And so do you find that when they wear certain colors, your children, when you set an intention for them, do you find that it translates to their behavior?
Yeah, 100%. Like my son Brooklyn, he's he loves wearing the I am strong one. He's like, Mom, I want to wear the I am strong one. And because it empowers him to maybe overcoming his fears, because kids want to do things, but then sometimes they're afraid, so it gets him to step out of his comfort zone. And I like that. And Autumn loves the grateful one, so she's just her energy is just next level. She's just so beautiful. So yeah, she always feels good in that one where she wears it. And even myself, like I love this one because Olive is like the power of the feminine intuition, and it's about balancing the male and the feminine aspects of ourselves. And so sometimes I find myself being a bit more male orientated, and so for me it's good that when I wear this I feel like I'm taking more care of myself. I'm being more kinder to myself by wearing the olive color. So it's really about counting your blessings too, so it's just a reminder every day.
I love how much you know about color. I'm very into beige lately.
Well, this is how I see. Beige is probably the closest color to coral if we look at it in the color spectrum. Mm-hmm. And coral is all about having a supportive network. It's about working together. And that is what you do. You literally get people, you work together with people, you empower them, and it's about community. And so that's probably why you like it, because that's an empowering color for you. But it's also about the unrequited love. So it's also making sure that when you give love, you also give it to the right people who reciprocate that and give it back to you.
Isn't she amazing, guys? I love how much you know about color. I feel like I need another session. Oh, it's time for your last curveball. Are you ready to play?
Yeah, I'm ready.
When was your last random act of kindness?
I just try to do something every smile, giving someone a compliment, anything really, anything that's going to make someone feel good about themselves, I will try to do. Pay for someone's coffee, give someone a hug because they just need it.
All right, so before we finish up for today, can you just share what you're up to now with Little Tum Tum? I think you're up to the adult line that you're talking about, and what's next for you, and how can people find you? Because I bet you've inspired some minds about color therapy now, and some mums to start looking into your clothing so that they can put their energy huggers on their babies. I know that I will when I have a child.
We have just introduced some essential oils. We've teamed up with Zen Earth Oils in Australia, and she's an amazing, beautiful woman, Kylie. She's helped create our exclusive collection of I Am Blessed, I Am Divine, I Am Strong, and our Grateful essential oils. So they're cool, super cool roll-ons for kids, and you can pair them up with the energy teas. We're actually coming into doing some new rebranding. We're expanding. It's not just going to be clothing. We really wanted to go into some crystals and things like that, so that when you come to choose your color, you can choose whatever you want in that color. So yeah, we're trying to expand in that way, which will be super awesome. You can find us at little_tumtum on Instagram. We are on Facebook, and the website is www.littletumtum.com. So you can find me there as well. Any questions that you'd like to ask, please don't hesitate to DM me on my socials. I'm more than happy to give you some information on color. And because today Helen has been so lovely enough to have me on, we want to give you guys something back as well for listening. So I've actually got 3 things for you, Helen.
Wow.
First one that we have running is a Mother's Day special. So you can match your mini-me, you can buy an energy tea, and you get one for free for Mother's Day. So that's super awesome. I'm going to give you a discount code. It's going to be Whole Health 20. Anyone who is listening and purchases online, you will be getting the discount code for 20% off.
So good.
And the last one is an awesome giveaway.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
After you watch this podcast or listen to it, if you comment below your favorite color and how it makes you feel, you'll be in the running to purchase anything off our website. It's your choice.
That's so cool. Can I enter? I love that. Thank you so much for all of that. She really is a light, guys, and she really will respond to you on Instagram if you message her. I will put all of her links in the show notes. underneath this episode and on my socials as well, so that you can stay in touch with her, follow her, like her, and love her. Once you have Amanda in your life, you're really never going to let go of her. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. It's been so good to see you again.
You too.
Bye, hon.
Thank you times infinity for spending time with me. It really means a lot. Putting yourself first will really help escalate your goals, your dreams, and I love being on the journey with you. So make sure you come and tell me on my Instagram at Whole Health, which is HOL_health, and comment below this podcast photo to share your thoughts on my show today. And if you enjoyed it, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify so that I can keep bringing amazing value to you. I'm sending you truckloads of love, power, and joy. Bye for now.